Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how I find couples to shoot with when I'm going on trips and I don't know anyone there, just to build out my portfolio, get some cool shots while I'm in a cool location. There's a couple different people that I target when I'm trying to find couples, and I'll walk you through how I find them and like why I target each one specifically. And obviously if you are just starting out and you want to find couples to shoot with in your own town, these can also be applied for your own town, of course. So let's just say for this example that I am trying to find couples to shoot with in Colorado because I'm going to Rocky Mountain National Park and I want to do some like really cool outdoorsy shoots. I feel like I've seen so many people go there and do that, so that just seems like an easy place to go. This is also really just like glorified insta stalking, which is really creepy, so just bear with me. And I swear there'll be like payoff, but I do feel like a total creep for making this video, and I'm sorry if your profile ends up in the video because I found you through stalking, but if I did, then you're clearly doing something right because I did find you through Instagram, so that's a plus. But yeah, so let's just start. When I am going to somewhere that's like a national park or something, I like to find the surrounding cities that are nearby because it's hard to target like random specific towns in that park. But if you're finding like a surrounding city that's maybe like an hour away, you could probably get couples to go there. I'm guessing they live in that city because they like going to that park potentially, hopefully. So that's just an easy way to do it. So for Rocky Mountain National Park, I'm going to target Denver, Boulder, and Fort Collins. They're all like pretty big cities that are right outside Rocky Mountain National Park, or at least like a few hours away. So hopefully I'd be able to find couples that would be willing to go there. Okay, so the first people that I normally like to target when I'm looking for couples in a different location are other photographers that are in relationships, because I find that they don't think it's super creepy for me to be messaging them. They totally understand that people try to find models all the time when they're traveling, so they're more than happy to model most of the time. So it's a lot easier to convince them than just like sliding into like a random person's DMs and then being like, how did you find me? This is creepy. So I usually like to start off with other photographers, normally either other wedding photographers, just because it's super easy and they understand. So I am gonna search for Colorado wedding photographer on Instagram. I'm gonna search for Denver wedding photographer, Boulder wedding photographer, and Fort Collins wedding photographer and see what we come up with. So Colorado wedding photographer. And we have obviously a ton of people, like literally so many people. So I would just go through one by one and see if I can figure out who these photographers are and if they're in a relationship. To find out if these people are in a relationship, I will, this feels super creepy, but I will scroll and see if I can find any photos of just them where they're introducing themselves again. I feel like a lot of photographers do that, where they're like, hey, there's so many new faces around here, so I'm gonna introduce myself, and they give like fun facts about themselves. I find those and I see if they say anything about a husband, or being like, thanks husband for taking this on my camera, blah blah blah, I don't know. But see if they drop that they're in a relationship in any of their captions. I'll click on their stories and see if they're doing anything with their significant other. Again, this is really creepy, I'm sorry. And I'll also be able to see if they're in a relationship if they post any pictures with their significant others, because I'll be able to see like their branding photos. Oh, this is them, now I recognize them. Now are there any photos of them with their husband? So those are like the three ways. So let's see if we can find any of these Colorado wedding photographers that are in a relationship. Okay, so we found people. I mean, they're a husband and wife duo, so that makes it pretty easy. But yeah, so they would be people that I would reach out to, and I'll just kind of go through and see. Oh, they are too, so I know that this is her. I already follow her, so this is kind of cheating, but I know that's her and her husband, so that is easy. So I would definitely reach out to them. So yeah, I would also go and do the same exact thing for Denver, Boulder, and Fort Collins wedding photographers. And then I would also look at portrait photographers or any type of family photographers. I would just kind of search like everything on Instagram that you can. I normally wouldn't search in hashtags for it because a lot of times people will hashtag a place that they want to shoot and they don't actually live there, so that's not super helpful for us. But I think that if you just search this, there's obviously like 100 options that come up right there. Some of them have bound to be in a relationship, so I would just go and look through them and see if you can figure out who is in a relationship and then message those photographers. Okay, after I'm done searching for all these wedding photographers, the second option I would do is look to see if they tag any of their couples and then reach out to those couples. So I'm just gonna go through again and see if I can find any couples from photographers pages. So I'll just click like a random person's page, go to couples, see the tags. Does she tag her bride? Yes, she does. So I could reach out to her. Does she tag her bride here? Yes. So she tags her brides. She tags her brides. The next thing that I'll do is I'll look for bloggers in the area. Bloggers already need a lot of content for their jobs, and they are used to being in front of the camera, and they're also pretty easy to find. So I'll look up like Denver blogger and see if it comes up with anything. I don't know if that's a thing, but oh yeah, so we found a few. Food blogger counts, we love it. Don't know if she's in a relationship, but that's okay. Okay, she's clearly in a relationship. There you go. So that's another person. Another person. So a ton of people you can find through Instagram if you just search the location that you want and blogger. So another thing I'll do, if you need even more people, I feel like from here you should be probably pretty good, but if you need even more people, sometimes I will search a specific location that I really want to shoot at, and I'll see if any couples have recently been there that may live in the area. So for Rocky Mountain National Park, I probably narrow it down to a few spots I really want to go to, like a few cool hikes or like lakes or I don't know, places like that, and then I'll search on that and see if there are any couples that have recently been there. I'll click on their profile, and if they're private then I'll leave them alone, but if they're public I'll see if they live nearby based on where they tag their photos because I'm such a creep. But that'll give me an idea of what couples live nearby. I can also reach out to them, and also if you're reaching out to a couple that has been to the location that you want to shoot at and they've tagged a photo there, it's probably likely that they like it there and they would like to do some sort of shoot there. So that's kind of like a safe bet, I feel like, for reaching out to them, as long as you approach it in like a non-creepy nice way. So I guess I'll just show you guys this and see if we can find anyone so you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna look up best hikes in Rocky Mountain National Park and see what it comes up with. Emerald Lake. Let's look up Emerald Lake as a location. Here, I'll screen record this so you can see. Emerald Lake, Rocky Mountain National Park. So we found these. Okay, these people got engaged there, so that's a good sign. Oh, they live in Nebraska, so we can't do them. Another people that got engaged don't live there. People did a couple session there, probably live there. Let's see. Iowa. Doesn't live there. Also got engaged there. Let's see, does she live? Possibly lives in Colorado. Where's that? Okay, so she might live in Colorado, so I might reach out to her. I'd probably stalk her a little bit more to see. Sorry, this is so creepy again. Okay, a couple. So yeah, I would just go through the places that I want to shoot and see if I can find any couples through that. And then if none of these have worked and you guys have like really just not found anyone, I'll reach out to other photographers in the area that might not be in a relationship or might not show their relationship, and I'll ask them if they know any couples that would be willing to do a shoot with me for free. A lot of the times, like, photographers just don't show their relationships on social media, so they'll actually be in one and be willing to do one with you, or they will know a couple. Like, the chances that you know somebody who's in a relationship is pretty high, so they probably do know somebody who's in a relationship or know of people who'd want to do a free shoot. And then the last way to find couples in a new location is to do a model call. I usually don't do model calls just because I like to be in control of what clients I'm picking. I don't know if this sounds like super judgmental, but like, I want to go and see somebody's profile and see that they're adventurous and would mesh with me and my brand and they're what I'm looking for that shoot. If I'm really desperate, then I'll just like take anyone, but I like to pick out my couples beforehand. I don't know if that sounds horrible, but that is generally how I approach it, especially because I find a lot of couples that I can work with just doing those searches that I did before, so I'm usually not super desperate that I need to do a model call. But it's a great way to do it. A lot of people like know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who's in that location, so that is a good way to do it. If you're really cannot find anyone to save your life on Instagram, then like, first of all, where are you going? And second of all, I would post on like different Facebook groups, like Wandering Weddings Facebook group. There's always people traveling to different locations, and normally it's like a photographer traveling with her husband or vice versa. So I would reach out and see if anyone knows anyone who's going in a certain location or lives anywhere, and usually you can find people through that. But those are pretty much my ways to find people through Instagram. Hopefully that was not the creepiest thing you've ever seen on the internet, although it might be, and hopefully it helps you guys find some couples and some cool new locations for you. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure you like and comment, and let me know if this was helpful for you or if this just like generally creeped you out and you never want to see me make another video again. But yeah, either way, have a good week, guys. Bye.